Think about what kind of kid you want to be. Hi, guys. This is Riley.
And Brycen.
Back with another episode of Goats in the Making, where I talk about game-changing stories of life, sports, and faith.
On today's episode, we're excited to introduce you to two of the greatest arms in Banana Land, Kristen Dearman and Zach Blankenship.
What's going on?
Well,
Christian is a talented right-handed pitcher known for his sidearm delivery, currently playing for the Firefighters.
I'm from Miami, Florida. I went to West Broward High School, played baseball at Tallahassee Community College, and then went on to Florida International University, and then finished up. When I was at Florida International, I played college ball with the Bananas. And that's kind of how I got around it. And I've been here for, man, that was my 6th year that we just had. Yeah, so that was kind of it. Yeah, that was my little journey through baseball to get over here. And it's been a blessing.
Zach Blankenship, better known as BamBam by his fans, lists a native of Fleming Island, Florida. He is a talented left-handed pitcher who has made a name for himself in both college and professional baseball. He began at St. John's River State College, where he played 2 seasons and then transferred to Valdosta State, where he earned recognition for his strong performances and leadership. He graduated with a bachelor's of science in mathematics and a minor in computer science. On any given day in Banana Land, you will see Zach dancing and getting the crowd fired up with his party animal Crocs, if he's not on the mound.
Heck yeah.
He's always in those Crocs, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Thanks for the intro, man. That's a nice intro.
It's pretty cool, man.
Thanks.
All right.
Are there any other things our guests should know about you?
Well, should we?
You go first.
You think so?
Yeah, you got anything on your brain?
Well, we've both been through kind of like pretty crazy surgeries, pretty crazy injuries and stuff. And, it's interesting because we were both told a little bit of the same, like, it'd be hard for us to bounce back. Not that it wasn't impossible, but it was going to take a long, long journey and a lot of trying to challenge that adversity and try to break through it. So with me, my injury was I tore my lat, and man, that hurt.
Yeah.
But they had told me that I was gonna come back, but 1.5 years later, man, through sleeping in a recliner, a bunch of therapy, and the doctors and good faith and just trusting in God and trusting in the journey, I was able to be back, and thank goodness for it because it gave me a second life in baseball. Yeah. You're kind of like the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we did with me and my labrum. Very similar story of just the rehab and the daily faith, having to just put in the work and to completely give up the reins. On a different note, we also played against each other in college in JUCO. So I knew about him because he roomed with one of my best friends from my hometown.
Which is Tanner.
Well, Tanner and Chris Hawkins.
Oh, yeah, and Hawk.
So 2 of my really good buddies.
Yeah.
And then we played together in Waynesboro, Virginia, summer ball one summer too. And that was a random little thing. We got to spend a lot of time around each other in Waynesboro. And so
it's pretty cool.
I've known this guy for since the beginning of college, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. We've been bouncing back and forth, like finding each other in one aspect of baseball or the other.
We'd like to start off by getting to know our guest with a few this or that and rapid fire questions. Are you ready?
Oh, born ready.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
What is your favorite memory from the cruise?
Doing karaoke.
Yoga.
Yes, sir.
Yoga was fun.
Yoga was fun. I had a good time. Yeah, I loved singing karaoke though.
I was there every night. Yeah.
What's the favorite stadium you guys have played in?
Philly.
I'm gonna go a crazy one here. All right, Cooperstown. That was like backyard baseball right there, man.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
homey.
That was cool.
Yeah.
City or country?
Country.
City. I got the cowboy hat on, so it's kind of funny.
Yeah. After being to all the cities, put me in the country.
Yeah. No, city boy.
Say what?
What's your favorite Bible verse?
2 Corinthians 5:7. And what it is I'll walk by faith, not by sight. I feel like that's really important in life. It's just to stay on the path, stay true to your beliefs.
Yep.
Luke 10:19. And that's, I've given you the power to trample on snakes and scorpions and to overcome the power of the enemy. Nothing will harm you. And I feel like that's always just given me a lot of strength. Like, nothing will harm you. That's an absolute. That's crazy. I don't know if it blows my mind a little bit.
That just fired me up. I'm not going to lie. That fired me up.
It's a good one.
Favorite cake flavor?
Oh, have you ever had it's like an ice cream cake, but it's like Oreo. And it's like the ultimate for me.
Really?
My mom.
Yeah, it's crazy. You've had
My
it?
mom that one.
Nice.
That's my brother's go-to.
Oh,
Really?
really? See? Look at that.
Oh,
See, great minds think alike,
Yeah.
man. It's so good. You like it too, though, Riley, right?
Mhm.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
I would. That's a tough one. I don't eat a lot of cake. I'd have to say like yellow cake, just like normal yellow cake, because my mom does it's a Jello cake, and so she makes like a normal cake and then pokes a bunch of holes in it and then pours Jello on it, and then you put it in the fridge so it cools, so it's like cold, and then you put
Okay.
Cool Whip on top, and so like it's really light and it tastes like strawberry Jello mixed in with but it doesn't taste Jello-y, it just tastes like strawberry cake. And like that strawberry vanilla flavor, I guess. If that's my favorite cake, but that's really the only cake I eat. It's like Jello cake.
Wow.
It's so good.
So if you guys want to strike someone out, what would be your favorite pitch combination?
Fastball. Blow it right by him, man. And now I'm giving him a little karate kick back to the dugout.
That's really funny because the first thing that crossed my mind was 3 fastballs up and in. And I was like, if I could blow his doors off 3 times with fastballs, I'm like, sit down, dude. There's no way.
It's the ultimate macho.
If you don't need to use the breaker, why?
Let it eat,
Let
man.
it eat.
Let it eat.
That's so funny. I thought 1-1-1 in my
I was
brain.
like, yeah, 1-1-1.
Fishing or pickleball?
Pickleball.
Pick.
I got it on my back. On my back.
No, I'm saying fishing though. No.
Dude,
I love pickleball.
It's
Man,
strapped into the back of my backpack at all times. I always have a paddle on me.
It's actually, there's one right here.
I got paddles all around us.
We got paddles everywhere.
Okay, this was a good one. What's your favorite Dalton Malton song?
Ooh. I like That's How It Goes. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My brother's favorite. He can't stop.
Nice.
Ooh. See, I'm bad with remembering song names. Sweet Like Honey was the first one that came to my brain, and that's the catchiest one in my brain. Sweet Like Honey. But like,
I like Cherry Lime too. You guys heard that one?
That's my favorite.
Nice.
really
nice.
good. That's a really good
That's a good choice.
Like honey.
I remember when he was talking about that one. We were rooming together and he was talking about making Cherry Lime, and I was like, that's pretty catchy right there.
That's a great song.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Have it rocking.
Do you have a celebrity lookalike?
I've been called a young Keanu Reeves before
Okay.
with my long hair, but now I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe. I have to squint.
I got the Thor. I don't think I look like Chris Hemsworth, but people say Thor when like I had long hair all over too. Now it's a mullet, but like when it was fully just long and curly, I'd always get you look like Thor, and I don't know how close that is, but I'll take that.
Yeah. I mean, our superhero lookalikes, I mean, I would be Iron Man, of course. You could be Thor, but
Chris Hemsworth, I was thinking that.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves, I could see it a little bit.
Yeah.
He's got black hair.
He's got black hair. Yeah, my hair got a haircut, so.
Do either of you miss batting?
Yes. Every day.
Not really.
Yeah, he's such a liar.
No. Dude,
It's so nice to swing
No.
and hit a ball hard.
I never had fun or was confident when I was hitting and I was younger. I'm so serious. Like I just like never the grind of like throwing versus hitting. Like if I were to go back and hit now, I'd be so much better. Or like I at least love hitting off a tee or stuff now. The action of swinging, like I think that's awesome. But before, yeah, it just was like I'd rather throw. I don't know. I just didn't have as much. And then in high school, it was like, oh, you just don't hit anymore. And I was
But
like,
once you get
whatever.
that perfect right there, bink, you see a ball, that feels so good.
But strikeouts feel so good.
I mean, yeah, I will say strikeout feels just as good.
All right. We're going to move on and ask some questions about your baseball journey.
All right.
Cool.
Being a pitcher, it seems like injuries are a part of the journey. We are trying to protect our arms and develop the best arm care routine to prevent injuries. How do you guys handle injuries in your journey? And what steps did you take to come back from that?
You know, when I was injured, I had my doctor have the surgery, and then I was able to have a physical therapist that had a plan for me. So I was able to stick with the plan. But that plan was not easy. It took every single day at like 5 a.m., 5:30, and like the routine of having to build your arm up from nothing to 100% is a humbling task because you realize what you have just lost. So it's very important to like be aware of stretching, be aware of how much load you're taking on your arm when you're throwing, and but thankfully I was able to have a team of doctors, team of trainers that knew what they were doing and able to guide me in that right direction to be able to recover and do well. Now I have to be locked in for my stretching and my bands. If I'm not, he'll tell you, he's my throwing partner, I'll be hurting. It just is a routine that is required now after you even get hurt. Yeah.
Yeah. As kids trying not to get hurt, I think
Yeah.
it's important to sleep. You get a lot of sleep.
Yeah.
That you're eating calories. You got to be you guys are growing. You know what I mean? And to start a good strength foundation, because like there's you can learn the movement, but eventually you're going to start growing so quick that you get too strong for yourself. So if you stay that, and that's where injuries happen, is when you're compensating, you're so strong that now your arm's just like having to work so much harder to keep up, and it's not that strong to keep up with how big you're getting. But if you stay strong doing your push, you know what I'm saying, just having like a good workout
Yeah.
program, then I
And
think that's
you can't
general
eat
strength.
bad either. Can't eat bad food.
Well, like for me, I never did overhead presses ever in my life because I was told that that was bad. And when I tore my labrum, I went into my doctor and he's like, it looks like you've never done an overhead press in your life. And I was like, I haven't. Like I would do bands and stuff. And then I started getting into handstands because I'm like, oh yeah, that's a body weight overhead press that I could do. So that's great for your shoulders. And then you realize that like nothing is bad for you. You just have to train yourself to be able to handle that. There's always a regression or an easy level. So like just sleeping a lot, eating a lot, and doing everything you can and working out will help you be injury free. Like, of course, the bands and stuff, but just daily living. Like, you got to have that consciousness in mind if you're going to be an athlete because it is a lifestyle.
Yeah, being an athlete is all about being athletic. So trying to do that and replicate that every day and whatever you're doing is the key.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if my brother goes pro. He does headstands every single day.
Yeah.
Oh, see?
Nice.
That's crazy.
That's good. He
That's
just
pretty
keeps,
good. That's better than me.
even you look at kids, like kids have great mobility. They're just like go into full squats and stuff, and it's awesome. And you're like, how do you just know how to do that? And then there's adults that can't touch their toes, and it's something if you don't practice it, you don't do it every day, you lose it.
Yep.
So doing it every day, you just keep the limberness and the explosiveness. And if you're working on it the whole time, you just keep getting stronger. And then you're just, that's when freaks of nature come out, when like that work ethic and the drive and everything links up. It's nuts.
It really is.
You both grew up in Florida. Christian, I think my team actually plays the team from your area all the time.
Yeah.
What was the travel scene like when you were growing up? Was it overly competitive and focused on chasing rings, or more developmental and fun?
Oh man, it was so competitive. It was cutthroat, dude. To be honest, a lot of the people that I played with growing up in travel ball are in the league right now. And so it was really focused on a culture of winning and trying to get the best players on the best team. So it wasn't like a really developmental culture unless you went that route and had like your personal guys that you'd work with on a one-on-one basis. But when it came to the teams and that travel ball aspect, I mean, we came for people's throats, to be honest. Yeah, you were like the same, or yeah, my team won a lot, but I never played that much though. Yeah, because it was good though because it built character. You know, like I would bat ninth, and my dad would be the coach too, which is kind of funny. So like when I get in there, I'd bat ninth, or like I'd pitch later in the game. Hey, we got like guys from all over the place, like coming from North Florida, coming from California, coming from Texas, and they're joining our team. I played for a team called South Florida Elite Squad. They're called Elite Squad now, and then I also played with the Cobras. And I mean, both teams were just loaded. We had guys like Tuki Toussaint that are in the league, Jesus Lizardo, Jonathan India. I mean, the list could keep on going. And yeah, and now having had shared that field with them, I understood why I didn't bat third.
Like, oh, they were
they were that
cool.
good. Okay. Cool. But it was great because it's kind of like getting thrown to the wolves, you know? You gotta get better or get mentally tough on that level that you're gonna fail and not succeed as much as you want to, but you gotta be that mental strength to keep pushing forward no matter what talent level you are. You know? And that was my child ball experience.
Nice.
Pretty Coliseum-ish.
Yeah, mine was, we wanted to win still, but it was definitely all my buddies. Like a lot,
cool.
like a lot of my day ones that are like, that's why I call them day ones, because like I've known them since I was so little. We played travel ball together, like OPA crush, and so I remember I still had a blast. I wasn't as good, like I'd ride the bench sometimes, and like that's totally fine. But I was still around a bunch of like my friends that are now still my friends. So I had a blast when I was out there. Yeah.
That's cool. That's good.
We were never doing like crazy things, but it was always like my boys next to me. So it was very good camaraderie.
Sometimes when you pitch, you're just not on that day. Like you're not good that day. Sometimes you'll go 3 up and 3 down. And sometimes you'll end up doing a walkathon. How do you keep that mental focus and do your best to keep on pitching if you aren't having the best day?
I was always told that out of 10 performances, most likely you're going to have 2 where you could strike out the Yankees, where you just feel everything's linked up. You feel electric. There's 2 that you couldn't hit the broadside of a barn, that you're going to be like, I don't know what's happening today. Like, do I throw a baseball? And then you have 6 in the middle, and that it's really what you make of those 6 in the middle. So like when you're out there and if you're dicing and carving, like when you, even in the moment, you're like, wow, this is my day. Like you just know that that's your day. But if it's a day where it's not going your way, you're like, man, this is just a day, you know? So you're like, I just got to keep doing the same thing, and the same thing and the same work could come out to a different day. So it's just knowing the consistency of that, the odds, like you got 6 in between. So it's just, that always helped my brain, just because every day's not yours. And then if you think back and you're like, well, I was kind of nasty the last, like 4 outings. I don't know. Sometimes you just got luck building up against you. I don't know. That might just be baseball talk a little bit, but you're like, I had it coming a little bit. I hadn't give up a hit in a while, like something like that. It's just, there's little things like that that kind of makes it where you can laugh about it. And then you're like, oh man, well, that wasn't it. You just got to know that have confidence in the work that you're putting in, that it is going to pay off, because the daily stuff, even if I've had, and we're not talking about just one outing, consecutive bad outings. That's the worst. And you're not throwing all the time. So it's like now you've thrown bad for a month and you're like, this really sucks. But you just got to keep knowing. You're like, hey, that's 3 outings. You're like, wow, I still got 7 more to get to my 10 mark. Like, what do I do with those? You know what I mean? So now I'm a numbers guy, but it always helped me to see it that way, put it in perspective in a longer game. Yeah.
Yep. No, I agree with you. I really have believed on the next pitch. Next one. Let's move on. Let's keep going, because you're eventually gonna get out of that inning. If it's not going your way, you're eventually gonna get out of it. If you just keep throwing, keep chucking it.
Yeah. Having some kind of, my dad always talked to me about breathing and focal points and stuff, and like having a clear method. Like something where if you're really frustrated and you feel stuff building up, like
Mhm.
he always told me to step off and look out into the outfield and find a tree or something, or think about what you're going to eat after the game and take a breath. And I mean, that's tough to do in banana ball sometimes because you're moving
It
fast.
is.
So like you got to find a quicker clear. But like in baseball, you can be, oh, and you're like, wow, all right, you can really reset your brain to base zero. And that's like in mid-moment stuff. Like that would be my go-to. It's just always big breath, full, like it helps to squeeze your hands to feel the tension and then just let it go. And it's that's always helped me.
And he said something really cool there, which is called a focal point. I have one in the game. I don't know what your exact one is, but I usually look at like the flagpole, like the top of the flagpole, that top part
Yeah.
of it. And it's kind of like a clearing mechanism. Like every time you look back at it, you're like, okay, that's when you could take your breath, and refocus, regain it, and keep on going. Do you have like a focal point?
I will now be in the bananas game. I put
Yeah.
mine more facing forward, but
Yeah.
like in stadiums with tall things, I'll just look up so I can find a camera at the top deck and look at it and breathe.
Yeah.
And then so I'm like looking forward.
I think
But
it's very important for everyone to have a little focal point in the game. I think it helps build that like mental toughness a little bit and keeps you composed.
yeah, and if you feel the outing slipping, if it's turning into a walk-a-thon,
Yeah.
then you know, hey, okay, I need to find that point and take a
Mhm.
breath. This
Take a
is
breath.
not me. I'm just throwing poorly.
Yeah.
And get back after it.
A lot of kids in our area choose to taunt pitchers rather than to cheer on their batters. How do you tune out people who may be trying to bring you down while you're out there on the mound?
It's a really good question.
Mm.
I think it has to do the same thing with the focal point.
Yeah.
Like, and it's you got to have the tunnel. I don't even hear my dad cheering. I don't hear good or bad for the most part. Like it's kind of just like white noise. It's like you just can't understand anything. And it might be different in some parks where there's not as many people. So I know what you're, but you just have to have that like blind like horse blinders on. Like you're
Yeah.
looking forward
That
and
tunnel vision.
you can't let anything affect you because people will yell things
Yeah.
and that's not, I mean, I don't really agree with that. I like what you're saying that they should encourage their team, like their batter, to get a hit instead of tearing down the other guy. But you just, unfortunately, you've got to be able to have some toughness and power
Mhm.
through that. Know that their words aren't you. Even if you're throwing poorly, I've gotten some of the craziest chirps. I won one game at Valdosta. I was getting just obliterated. All right. And one of the guys from the bullpen yelled, he's like, get this guy an L screen. He's throwing BP. And for some reason, it was like one of the things that just got through my little, like it was in between pitches. And I remember I was like, oh, or laugh at it because I laughed at that one. And I was like, that guy got me.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good one. I was like, I am throwing BP right now.
Man.
Like they're crushing it.
It's crazy. You as a pitcher, you do get looked at as a little bit of a villain on that mound, and people will
You're the
come
center of attention.
after your throat. You are the center of attention. I mean, cowbells, people from dugouts, people from the stands, even some people behind you that are like, "Hey, throw a strike," which is
Yeah.
kind of crazy. But you know, something one of the best coaches I've ever had, Eric Burns, man. What he said to me was, "You can't control what someone does or says to you, but what you can control is your energy, effort, and attitude towards the situation."
Yeah.
So if you focus on those aspects of it, I think no matter what anyone says to you, you can't be affected.
Yeah.
You'll get the job done.
Little side note, I think body language really
Yeah.
matters too, because you're the center of attention, you're on the mound, you're alone. But like if people are yelling things at you, if stuff's going bad, don't let yourself curl up into this ball and get timid. Like big chest, high chin, nobody should know what's going on. You know what I mean? Like regardless of what's happening. And that'll help carry you through things because you just know that you're steadfast in yourself and you can't crumble in on yourself. You got to have confidence in yourself. Like puff your chest up, do your thing. I mean, if you got to take your time to walk around the mound and strut around, like you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. This question's a little random.
All right.
All right.
So, what's the weirdest thing someone's ever asked you to sign?
Ooh. Toilet seat.
That's funny. I signed that.
Did you sign that too?
Half-eaten hot dog.
Oh.
And he had a few signatures on it already. It was like, I swear, there was like 3 or 4 signatures on it, and there's a bite at the end. And he said, "Will you sign my hot dog?" And I looked at it and saw other signatures, and I was like, "Yeah, sure."
That's crazy.
So this may just be a coincidence, But earlier you were talking about the West Pine Cobras, right?
Yep.
We're playing them this weekend.
Are you really? Oh my
You
goodness.
better beat him.
You
I
better
didn't play for him, so I can say
yeah,
that.
he can say it. I want you guys to beat him. I want it to be an epic showdown. If you play against my boy Luca, you got to either take him yard or strike him out.
Nice.
That's the deal. You do that, man,
Cool.
and I'll send you a free shirt, free Mr.Electrik shirt. All right. I would love that. I think it would be so funny.
That'd be hilarious.
And you guys should also be like, hey, guys should link up.
Yeah.
Those guys
afterwards.
are cool dudes. I think you'd really get along with them.
So on the cruise, Jackson, he said that the weirdest thing he ever had to sign was a fake leg.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the guy's
yeah.
prosthetic.
Yes.
Yeah,
That was pretty crazy.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
We had an umpire with a prosthetic leg too.
Yeah.
Who punched a dude out with his leg. He took the leg off and then punched the dude out. It was crazy. And I think he had a couple guys sign that.
I remember
he was out there.
that.
I think I signed that one. He was out there with his daughter. But then we've had some fans will have some, but I remember the umpire the most.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Jackson's probably signed multiple.
Yeah.
To be honest, in this past season.
Someone else that we had on the podcast said they signed a maintenance sign, a wet floor sign.
Oh, it's all coming back to me.
Yeah. You remember some of these things flashing in front of you at plaza parties.
It's just like, how do people even get this stuff?
Well, I can't even remember what city was it.
I
Do you remember the kid
they're
walking
just-
around
they're
with the
just
top sheet
sitting
sign?
around in the bathroom? Like,
That's
sure,
funny.
I remember one time that I had signed a garbage can, like the lid, and then right after I signed it, I saw our security guy, Kurt, chasing after the guy, like, hey, you can't take that.
He's like, hey, we need that.
We need that.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I thought that was hilarious.
See some weird things.
Yeah, I think the next day we had a meeting like, hey, if anyone comes up to you with a garbage can, like, don't sign it.
Yeah, the legs.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. A baby. I did sign
Oh,
a baby.
baby.
Yeah. That was fun.
Crazy.
One thing that I saw. So this one plaza party in Savannah, this kid took his shirt off, and he had, I think, about 20 signatures on his stomach.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Classic.
There's
Maybe on his forehead too.
Yeah, there's always a kid. Some kids come up with mustaches and stuff too.
Yeah.
And you have no idea.
Yeah, if you ask Bill Leroy to sign your body, he will personally give you a mustache and a goatee. That's what I've seen.
Yeah.
And he'll say it's his signature.
It's tough when it's a day when it's been raining though, and all the kids are like, sign my arm, and you're like,
Yep.
I got one Sharpie.
It's not gonna work.
All the water. I was like, I can't.
Some of the reasons we started this podcast are similar to the origin of Underdog, your podcast, Christian.
My man.
We wanted to make sure that kids know they can do anything and be the greatest if they have the right mindset and lean on their faith. What was the inspiration behind Underdog?
So, me and my buddy Matt Malatesta, he had played with the Bananas for all these years with me as well. We were thinking one day, we were like, man, our journeys are so unique. And this platform that we have been able to be on is so like 1 in a billion. It would be a real shame if we didn't spread some kind of positivity and like awareness of knowing that you could get through these struggles and these challenges that come your way through whatever sport or whatever life event that it is. So we kind of wanted to somehow give that energy back to the community because we had both been through so much. And getting to this point, no one would have ever thought that me and him would be pitching among some of these athletes right here. I mean, we're mid-80s throwers and all, and we've been through every level, getting cut from places, having these injuries, wanting these big league dreams, telling not good enough. But we didn't care because we liked being an underdog and we liked being overlooked, underrated, and we were going to show that we were still going to overmatch people. with that mentality. So we wanted to spread that mentality to others that maybe are too scared to let that side of them release. And because everyone's going through stuff, and we just want to say, hey, man, you could get through it because you have that strength, you have that inner strength, and it could come from faith, it could come from yourself, it could come from the people that love you. And that's kind of that's what underdog is. That dog mentality. Get it out of the people.
Big dog.
Zach's gonna be on it soon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because I mean, JUCO bandits.
JUCO bandits,
it's
man.
Just, I
JUCO
know I
bandits.
was a slow throwing lefty
Yeah.
my whole life, so like, yeah, I
Yeah.
understand. You've been through it, man.
Been
Everybody's
through
got
it.
a story. It's
Mhm.
cool hearing other people's stories, for sure.
Mhm.
As pitchers, it can be very frustrating when your team makes errors behind you. How do you keep a positive mindset and continue to lead the team when things out of your control may be happening behind you?
Well, whenever someone makes an error behind me, I usually think if he couldn't make that play, I probably couldn't make that play. So I'm like, all right,
That's funny.
not everyone's perfect. Nothing's perfect. I mean, stuff happens, can't really fault people for giving it their best. That's really all you can ask for.
Yeah.
hmm
I like to think of it as like picking your guy up. So like if they make a mistake behind you, you just go, all right, well now I'm going to be even better and you're going to know that I have your back. Like you can make an error and I'm going to be shut down and you're not going to have to worry about it. So, and that just because then when you pull that off, your sense of confidence as a pitcher, you're just like, wow, like doesn't matter if the guy's on second, doesn't matter if the guy's on third, no outs. Like if you got to make it up, like lock in, make it up. Like you just see it as like carrying the weight. And that's always helped invigorate me instead of like frustrate me.
It's ultimately your game. So as soon as that ball leaves your hand, you can't control anything that happens.
Yeah.
But you can control how much intent you get behind it and like what you want to do with that ball. So
Yep. Me and Riley made a video about how teammates, what you don't want to say to your pitcher during a game if you're a teammate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of them was like, don't walk him. Just there's
You're like, wow, I wasn't trying to do that. That's
Wow,
crazy.
that's
I wanted to
great.
throw balls.
Yeah.
For sure.
So inspiring.
what's been the biggest challenge you faced and what helps you stay true to your beliefs in moments of doubt? How important is it to believe in yourself and God and your abilities, even when things aren't going as planned?
It's very important. And I think something that helps that is community. It's not meant to be done alone. I think that what helps give you faith is when you're surrounded by other people with strong faith as well. Because it's a great reminder when you're feeling lost or if someone can pick you up. Every time that I've been deep in my faith and seen my most growth, I've been around other strong, like-minded individuals that helps set a standard in your brain. So I think it really does come down to the relationships and the community that help you grow and stay true. Because then I've always been a locker room guy. I can look to the guy next to me and be like, man, that's my boy. Like I need to be better for him. Like I need to be caring for him. And just looking at the team and not yourself just really helps you to stay to that and keep the selfishness out of it, which is where all those negative emotions come from when you start getting like selfish and turn inward and start thinking about that. It's so much easier just to pick up other people and just help out that way.
Your mind is it's so dangerous, but also very rewarding because the way you think inwards is what's going to be projected outwards, and that's what you're going to attract at the same time. So if you're having these negative emotions while you're going through these challenges, then everything else is going to get worse because you're just focused on the negative and you're focused on the stuff that's bringing you down, and that's going to turn people away from you because energy is attraction, and you want to keep that good positive energy because that's attracting the things that you truly want in your life. So smiling in the face of adversity is a real big testament to someone's strength and willpower, but at the same time, you don't have to do it alone. Like Bam says, surround yourself with people that will lift you and not bring you down is so important, because there's a lot of people that unfortunately are not your friend, and a lot of people that are trying to get ahead of you, and that's just the dog eat dog world. But you surround yourself with the people that are building that mountain, climbing that mountain with you, then you're going to be a good spot in life. You just got to recognize it.
Yeah. And Christ has
And
experienced absolutely every emotion that we have. So there's no reason not to talk to him about it, because he truly understands what you're going through in every single situation. And I just think giving it up to we can't handle it. So give it to him, and he gladly will take all of our anxiety away.
yeah.
Yeah. One of the best moments I've ever had is in my organization. They do a baptism night, and I got baptized not this time, but the last time.
Bear, what's up, dude?
Pretty cool.
Yeah, did y'all have new people get baptized at this most recent one?
Yeah. Had 72 more.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on that.
I know.
Brother in Christ.
Yep.
Nice.
I love it.
That's sweet, man. It's good. We're actually, we have a couple teammates that aren't baptized, so I think a couple of them want to be, and that's one of their goals this next coming year is to have that baptism. It would be really sweet.
We'll make that work.
Yeah, we'll make it work.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the party animals or firefighters usually being the away teams? Do you feel that it gives you less opportunity to beat trick play records since the bananas are able to walk off the inning each time? And you may not get a full series of opportunities to make trick plays.
I mean, yeah, you think about it and you're like, okay, like I see how both teams could play both ways, but I mean, the party animals, we loved it. So we took it as a challenge, and we're like, all right, like we accept that this is our reality of banana ball right now. Like we have to fight every inning, and if we don't score, like we have to score every inning. And that's just what it is. But as a team, we loved it, and we were just like, all right, let's go. We're the away team. Come on, it'd be too easy if we're the home team. So keep us away.
You gotta definitely play a more lockdown style of banana ball. For sure, like kind of pick and choose your moments, especially like if you haven't scored in the inning.
You gotta have a lot of feel.
You gotta have a lot of feel for the game. Like you can't just like, let's say, okay, it's a risky play, but if we didn't score in the top half of the inning and we're going into the bottom half, there's a guy on third, 2 outs. We might not be doing the trick play right there.
Or the trick play that you can hit,
you gotta hit
instead of like the new crazy one. You
gotta have one that you can consistently nail and that you can pull out at any time. But if you're trying to pull out some kind of new trick, it's just not going to work as the away team, because it'll work for the home team because it's okay to keep on scoring against the home team, but as the away team, having that more lockdown banana ball, you have to be able to take those trick plays and excel at them before you really bring them out into the game.
Yeah, I feel like Chase Acuff, if he was on the home team, he would have the same amount of trick.
Yeah.
It varies by position. Like if you were to talk to Acuff, he'd probably be like, yeah, I'd love to be the home team. I get more trick plays. So I do see the difference, but it also at the same time, our hitters get a lot more ABs.
Yep.
So a lot of the guys get 5 ABs on the night if they're just rolling through. So it's early. If we're hitting, because then we're starting the inning, so we're setting the pace. So if they put up 6 runs, then that guy who's out there is having to eat that, and just like we're putting up 6 runs that inning.
There were times when I was with the Bananas that our 8 or 9 hole would only get 2 at bats in the whole game. Yeah, like, that's pretty crazy right there. But it's kind of the trade off you get. You sacrifice trick plays for at bats. Or you sacrifice at bats for trick plays.
On the cruise, I heard that they were gonna put in designated runners.
Yep.
So the party animals are gonna have someone like Flash, and someone like Flash.
Oh yeah. We're excited for that.
Thank goodness too, because
Flash is a menace.
Yeah. I don't think it's right that they only have someone
He's
that's super
nasty.
fast.
He's
that can
nasty.
run around the
Oh my
bases.
goodness. He's
You
a
know?
menace.
Like we all need someone that could fly.
Because it changes the
It
game.
changes the game. It really does.
Because like you put him on first, like Ziggy just somehow hit a ball and like got on first, and now you're like, okay, well now Malachi's running. You're like, wow, that really just I have to pay a lot of attention to this guy now because he's gonna try and he'll steal second, then he'll steal third, and now like, oh my goodness. So,
and now you got him scoring on a pass ball.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh wow, 3 pitches later, the man just scored, and that was supposed to be Ziggy on base.
I know. But it reminds you of holding runners and stuff.
Yeah,
too. So you got to be better at holding runners, picking off, being sneaky. Like you can mess with timing.
All right. Time for a little segment we like to call home run or strikeout. We're going to ask you a series of topics and you decide if they're home run or strikeout.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Born ready.
Christmas music.
Home run.
Home run.
Socks with sandals.
Strikeout. No way.
No, just take the socks off.
Mullets.
Home run.
Home run. Heck
Go.
yeah. Sorry, I got it.
Yeah, look at Brycen.
I got it bunned up.
Look at
Just keep
Brycen.
it out of the way. Yeah, dude.
Hmm?
You look.
Do what?
Riley needs to grow one. He would look good with it.
Oh yeah. You said no.
Dang.
It is a party animal thing. Yeah, you gotta get them all.
You're right. You're right.
Spicy food.
Home run.
Home run. Home run.
Home run.
Energy drinks.
Strikeout now. I used to be big home run for me, but now I just don't.
I just love coffee. Strikeout. Yeah.
I think there's gonna be a strikeout. Pineapple on pizza.
Home run.
Home run.
Home run.
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
I crush pineapple. Hawaiian pizza. Heck yeah.
Load that thing up with pineapple.
I mean, as long as the pizza's not wet, like you're not like pouring the juice on it, it's just gotta have pineapples.
Yeah. It's like baked pineapple.
I like pizza. I don't know if I like pineapple on pizza.
Pineapple and steak is better.
There's a place called Trailer Park Pizza Party here in Savannah. If you get to come to a game here again, you should go there.
Their Hawaiian pizza is the best.
Yeah, it's the best.
It's a no-brainer. We go every time.
Yeah, it's the best pizza. I love it so much.
Look at that.
What's your go-to pizza there?
Oh my gosh, the apple pie.
Apple pie is so good.
Well,
I don't know. The bacon cheeseburger is probably my go-to.
My gosh, they're all so
good. But the new breakfast one, they have a new one.
That was just about,
It's like eggs, bacon, and cheese, and it's got like a white Alfredo sauce as the base. It's so good.
Yeah.
You guys should both try the peanut butter wings. The peanut butter and jelly boneless bites.
Pretty good.
They're it's my favorite thing there.
I don't like peanut butter.
Oh my goodness, that's okay.
That's all right.
I accept you.
You should try the fried nuts. Fried garlic.
I haven't had those. That sounds
that sounds good.
Yeah.
We would see Deeb always get a calzone.
Yeah, Deeb.
He crushes. He would crush food there.
So much
like.
Yeah, the garlic knots. We get them every time. They're just
look good.
Heard. Yeah.
All right.
I'll have to try
We'll
those.
do.
We saw Delano get the nachos, like their trash can nachos or something. It was huge. Like not so much meat on these nachos. Like there was some of the best looking nachos I'd seen. So and I didn't know that they killed it like that, but they did.
strikeout celebrations.
Home run.
Home run. Got to let out the energy.
Yeah.
We're excited. Let them out. Yeah, don't.
Hosting / coaching camps.
Home run.
Home run.
Yeah.
I think it's important.
I love being able to help. And it's cool when you see stuff click for kids. When they're like, okay, I kind of understand it a little better. And you're like, nice. It's so exciting to like see them get better because y'all get better so fast. It's so good.
Really fast.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah.
I might grab some of the guys and try and run another one or something because I
don't be an underdog camp.
Yes, or like who knows. So, but if there's ever anything, we'll definitely let you know.
I'm gonna go to the Green Cove one.
Yeah. I'm so excited to see that facility. I hadn't been there yet.
In Green Cove?
Yeah.
Interesting.
They got it. They have, it's like what, 12 cages or 14 cages. Like it's huge. It's a massive DBAT facility. They just opened up in Green Cove.
Really? That's interesting. My aunt lives over there.
They have some of the best coffee ever. Spring Park.
Oh,
Yeah.
Christian, you should come.
I actually have been in that area a bunch. I will.
Come hang out.
I just need an invite, and now I
Yeah.
might have one. You guys might have convinced them.
Before we end tonight, we want to give you an award based on what we love about you.
Aw, thanks.
Christian, we would want to give you the Spark of Excellence Award. Your nickname is Mr.Electrik, and that's for a good reason. Your electrifying energy and courageous heart give you the ability to lead and shine. Your dynamic presence and commitment lights up every challenge you face, making you a true GOAT in every sense.
I thank you, partners.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, you just made my night.
Crazy.
My heart
That's
feels
awesome.
full. I love y'all. Thank you. I appreciate that.
We want to give you the Guiding Light Legend Award for your faith-driven approach to life and baseball. Your powerful left arm on the pitcher's mound and unwavering beliefs serve as a guiding light for all that watch you. We have been lucky enough to train with you, and your inspiration and dedication make you a true legend in our eyes.
Oh, you guys gave me God bumps, dude. You guys are the best. Oh,
Gosh, we'll do this podcast with y'all
Daggone.
at any time.
thank you so much. That's the nicest compliment I've ever received. That's the best award I've ever received in my entire life.
Yes. Thank y'all.
Time to flip the script. Do you have any
Yeah.
questions for us?
What are you doing for Christmas, Riley? I know we heard Brycen's going up to New York City.
Yeah.
Really nothing. We're just gonna stay at our house, I'm pretty sure. So
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
You guys been
See.
playing video games a lot lately?
MLB The Show.
MLB The
Show.
Show. There's a new game coming out. Okay. We need a little squad. And I need to see if you guys are interested. It's called Marvel Rivals. But if not, we should get some show games together.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that would be fun.
For
You know,
sure.
I don't think you guys are ready to handle old Mr.Electrik behind the sticks. But we'll
Riley,
see. All right.
Another question. Do you guys have any prayer requests that we could be praying for y'all to in any of your endeavors or your goals, anything that we can help with?
I'm starting out a new sport,
What's that?
lacrosse.
Nice.
Wow.
Okay.
I like football. I like baseball. I think I like soccer.
Mm-hmm.
A mix between all of those. So I think
Yeah.
I like it.
It's sweet. I know a lot of really good athletes that are lacrosse players. I think you'll have a fun time. It is very physical.
I don't
and
think
very fast and running and yeah. Yeah, at the end of the day, you keep doing everything and it'll
what I
narrow
would say.
itself down. Trust me.
I
Follow your heart, dude. You keep doing
I
everything.
definitely think the more sports you play, like there are so many guys out there that have been legends in the sport that they are, but they have played so many different sports. So I think it's great to get out of your comfort zone and play a sport that you don't know much about.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll give you some different skills at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
For me, nothing really. Just maybe like my team because we've been like, I don't know, it's just been like pretty crazy lately.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with all the hurricanes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally understand.
We understand.
Wonderful. Thanks for sharing that, guys.
Yeah.
Nelson said that he played multiple sports when he grew up, and he had to choose between football and baseball.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I mean, I wrestled as well when I was younger, played football, tried soccer when I was a kid, did basketball for a little bit. I loved playing all the different sports. It just ended up in high school. I narrowed it down to baseball because that's where I thought I had the most career and like the most longevity of that. But dude, keep doing everything.
Yeah.
And be a stud at all of them. You know what I mean? Like, why not? I mean,
You never know where life's gonna take you. That's the cool thing about it.
Before we sign off, what would be one thing you would want to tell your 10-year-old self?
Do it right now. I procrastinated a lot as a kid and a young adult, and there's things that you don't want to do that you can't give yourself long enough time to think about not doing. So like for me, if I see the trash and it's full, I don't want to take out the trash. I'll do it. Like, do it now. Like I do it now. Like I have to do things in the moment, and that would be something that would have helped me a lot as a kid, because there were things I pushed off and like it'll take 5 seconds. It's really nothing out of your day. Do it now, and that helped me, and that's what I have to tell myself now. So
That's a good one. That's pretty good. I wish I would have told myself that too.
Yeah.
I would say to be present and enjoy the moment more. I think there was a lot of times where I might have just sped through really cool moments of life, and looking back at it, I'm like, dang, that was pretty fast, or I didn't appreciate it as much as I should have. So I would just say to probably live in the moment and just enjoy it.
yeah, you don't have to close your eyes to pray.
No.
You can be talking to God in your head. So
Mhm.
you'll never feel so rooted in a moment than if you're really just lean back and enjoy it. And you're like,
Yeah.
wow, thanks, dude.
Wow,
You know,
cool.
thanks, God. You can talk to him just like he's your friend. So
Yeah.
that makes it very easy to enjoy the moment and the big situations and to move through those.
He's your father and he's your friend.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. And he wants to help. He
Yes.
wants.
A huge thank you to Mr. Electrik and BamBam for coming on the show tonight. We appreciate you spending time with us.
We
Oh,
appreciate you.
yeah.
This is fantastic. You guys are awesome.
This was truly probably the coolest podcast that we have both ever been a part of.
Yeah.
And we have had so much fun with you both. Getting to know you guys over the years.
You're the goats.
You guys truly
You guys
are.
are the goats. It's that easy. Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
We interviewed the coats.
Do what?
No, we interviewed the coach.
Oh, okay.
No,
Whatever,
you
whatever.
stop that. We're
It
all
can be on
goats
both
together.
sides. Two-way street.
Yeah, you guys are gonna take this to the moon, and we're really excited to like see where this is gonna go with y'all, because you guys are some sharp young lads,
Yeah.
and you guys are gonna be great for years to come.
Love the faith, love the passion.
Mm-hmm.
Tear it up.
Tear it up.
Fully
boys.
support you guys.
Stay electric, my friends.
Yes, sir. This is Brycen.
And Riley,
Thank you for joining us for this episode, and until next time.
think about what kind of kid you want to be.